So first of all, congratulations on the distribution of this film. I talked to you about a year ago about this film when
Yeah.
it was at Dances with Films. Um, we concentrated a lot about bringing this film to the film festival circuit. What is it like now having a distribution and make and having people actually watch the film at home?
It's incredible. It's such a crazy feeling. It's a little nerve-wracking at times. I'm like, oh my God, my face is on a stranger's TV, possibly. But it's this has been the dream and the goal for so long. So I'm really grateful. We partnered with Freestyle Digital Media. They've been wonderful. And it's just this movie has been part of me for so long, and it feels like such a beautiful way to sort of like closure in like a good way. Like, it's out, it's in the world, and I'm really proud of it.
Definitely. Last time we talked about how you're from Maine, you came to LA, you went back to Maine to shoot this, and now it's out in the world. For your directorial debut, why go back to Maine?
Yeah, there was something I think this happens to a lot of people who grow up, anywhere, you always want to leave where you're from, right? And when I was growing up, I was like, "Oh, Maine, it's so boring, blah 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 blah." And then now I'm like, "Oh my God, it's the most beautiful place on the planet. My family home is gorgeous. My parents are amazing. Why on earth would I not want to? Why would I not want to go?" And there's a wonderful community of filmmakers there, of local actors, and it just felt really, really right to sort of bring this project there. And it takes place at a fictional state park, so where else are you going to find such beautiful scenery that was literally basically a 10-minute drive from my parents' house where I was staying?
Definitely. As I'm watching this movie again last night, it still hits. It's still funny. It's still very touching. Um, how do you feel about it now, having seen it so many different times with so many different audiences, does the reaction still, do you still get the same reactions? How do you feel about the movie now that it's gonna come to home entertainment?
It's so funny because I'm still just really proud of it. I still find myself chuckling at certain scenes. There are always, every time you make a film or you work on a film or work on any set, you become a better artist, right? So sometimes I look at this and I'm so proud of it and I go, oh man, I would do that a little different or that a little different or that a little different. But luckily I'm at a point where I'm really proud of what the movie is, and I'm excited to sort of take the skills I learned from making it and apply them to the next thing. I don't look at it with any regrets.
Definitely. And we talked a little bit last time about how you have your own struggles with OCD and anxiety. Do you think some of those little things where you're looking at the film and thinking, I should have done this different is part of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's a combination of that and just I think any artist, it's one of the hardest parts of making or being in the edit, I think is knowing when to stop, knowing when the movie is done. You could edit something for the rest of your life, right? So you just have to say, we're here, this is it, it's done. And I think a lot of filmmakers struggle with that. So it's a combination of the two.
And your on-screen parents are fantastic. Some of those scenes are still my favorites. What was it like working with them? Because they are incredible actors.
Yeah, they're amazing. Xander Berkeley and Sarah Clarke are wonderful. They are very generous with their time, with their talents, they are not they have had such successful storied careers, but they are very warm and eager to work and help young filmmakers. So it really was incredible working with them.
And what are you most anxious about when it comes to this home entertainment release? What kind of reactions are you hoping you're gonna get?
Yeah, the biggest thing with this movie has always been to hopefully help destigmatize mental illness, help people either feel less alone or maybe understand a family member or loved one better. So, if aside from the base goal of I made a movie, I hope it entertains people. Um, I hope that, some people can watch it and go like see a little bit of themselves in it and feel comforted by that. And we had some really great reactions like that on the festival run. I had some people that would come up to me and say, oh my God, my brother's just like that. I understand him a little better now, or oh wow, I do that. And so I just want that to continue.
And having your struggles with OCD and anxiety, was there any scenes in this movie that were kind of difficult for you to go through?
Honestly, I think I did a pretty good job of staying a little bit separate in a way, or not dealing with anything on screen that is too much for me to deal with now. Me 10 years ago, 15 years ago would have had a much harder time making this film. But I'm in a place now where I can just look back on that version of myself and feel empathy for her and work through some of these things without sort of like re-traumatizing myself. I had a teacher, an acting teacher named Deborah Campmeyer, who's a brilliant director in her own right. And she always stressed the importance of you don't need to like traumatize yourself to be a good actor. And you don't need to cause yourself or other actors pain. So I tried to create a fun environment where we could all explore difficult things without sort of dragging ourselves under.
As I'm watching it for the second time, by the time I finish it, I'm like, I wonder what other stories could come from this. Is there any hopes of having something come from this universe and expand on it?
I'll never say never. I love the characters so much. I'm eager at this point to keep expanding my styles. My next projects are kind of working on different genres. And but I would definitely never say never. If you want to see more of sort of Dusty, Dave Register is in the TV show Fallout, and he plays a very similar character. It's so fun to watch.
And for you, what is it like to see him go out and, have this huge role in Fallout?
It's so wonderful. I'm so happy for him. He's a wonderful actor, a wonderful person to work with. He got that role, after we finished filming, and he was like, it's so fun to sort of bring these parts of Dusty to Chet. So it's every time I see him on screen, I'm thrilled.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on this project. I'm so happy to see it come to home entertainment and for me to be able to tell people, go watch this because it is an incredible project.
Thank you so much.